Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a bit of time since I made some content. I was really waiting for the DLC like everybody else, and I finally, I had some time. I was able to play it, and I want to give my thoughts of this and what I think is going to come in the future, what could come in the future. So, without beating the dead horse, no, I don't think that this DLC was very good. I think it was lacking in a lot of ways. I expected the price to be higher since they were doing three factions. Um, the way the roadmap was formed, I thought that there was going to be more, like more updates to these races, like just the six they flashed were six races, Sinch, Cathay, Kislev, Empire, Dwarves, and Urgo were all really lacking races. So I thought that they were going to be like really going at it and making some crazy changes. Um, those just weren't there, and of course the what we got from the DLC was not great. To be completely fair, some of the things were cool, like the let's face it, the cockatrice and the mutalith vortex, the elemental incarnation, like they look beautiful, like they're really cool looking, but I think that more was needed. So my experience with the DLC, to start with, the changeling. So first of all, I always thought that the changeling was going to be a hero. I thought he was going to be like an amazing agent and going around and playing tricks on things. uh, and they did something unique with this campaign. They actually, I feel like they merged the role of a legendary lord with a campaign agent. I mean, he doesn't get any penalties. He doesn't own any properties, any provinces or anything like that. He just creates cults. He walks around essentially invisible, so he dictates when the fight's going to happen and all that. At the beginning, I thought I was doing horrible with him because I was going around and I wanted to play Empire Builder even though he doesn't do it, and I went symbiotic with everybody and thought I was doing the game wrong. But you can't. Little did I know, you can't play the changeling wrong. After a few turns and hitting the right settlements, I was getting crazy amounts of income with him, and he's just overpowered. It was okay for one experience, but like not something I would go back to personally. I'm sure people would love the campaign, love the experience of being overpowered. For me, it didn't wasn't really there. I do like the fact that they're trying new things, and I did like the first run of it. So I'll say that right now. Like, please experiment, please try new things. I liked it, CA, that you're experimenting, but make sure that there's some challenge there for the folks like myself who like a little bit of the challenge. So going over the units, the changeling was okay. The blue scribe's fantastic. And one thing I have to say is how unique the changeling is. I still think that Kairos will be a really fun campaign again. To get the harder version of the cinch. So at least they still made Kairos relevant for that in the cinch realm. So the Blue Scribes, fantastic, super good unit, loved it, very thematic, very, very powerful. I would zoom them in, cast a ton of spells, and you could really see how impactful they are, and zoom them back, and finally have my army moved into a crippled faction. It was really cool. Tazgors, they serve the role. They're not a must-have. You could go Forsaken, but I was using Tazgors as my front line early game, and then behind them the Pink Horrors, and they played super well together. Tazgors are really, very, very good frontliners and holding back the lines. Loved it. Cockatrice also very good. Flying. You could send them in to fight a hero with some backup. You can send them into the back line. You can like have them flank from behind. They're really good. I like the cockatrice, the look of it, and the animation's really good. Mueller's Vortex beats overpowered. Everybody knows it. Great endgame unit. And free LC, so not part of the pack. Everybody gets Echo Halbreus. I'm not going to go too much into him. He's a very happy addition. He brings replenishment in and other things. Having a melee frontliner, really, really good. Over into Cathay now. So this was a super fun campaign. I did Yen Bao in Immortal Empires, his illustrious start. You know why he's there. They build the story of why he's there, what he's doing, the having a start, a dual start. Um, I have nothing but good things to say about Yin Bao. He's very Cathay campaign plus, with extras. He's got his own little flavor to it, so he's the strongest Cathay Lord for sure. I will say that his dragon form is definitely derpy. He didn't like use it much. I kind of transformed and sent him in after a lord, and he didn't do anything, and I changed him right back. The execute is overpowered, very very overpowered, but he's fun. I really liked his campaign. The Jade and Jet Lion are good. They're not game changers, but they are good. I have nothing bad to say there. The Onyx Crowman are really good, especially if you're going to play the game manually. You're not going to auto resolve. Auto resolve just takes chunks of their health. It was really bad. But if you're gonna fight, like I expected, like maybe a little bit stronger than Furies, but I feel like they're a lot stronger than Furies. They went in, harassed the back line, then came forward and turned the tides of the front battle. Like they really wowed me. I really like the Onyx Crowman, and one of the better additions. Um, the Celestial General is really good as well. So they have two caster heroes. So I didn't see myself using the Shogun Gun at all in my Yunbo campaign because I like to have like a balance. So, if I have a melee lord, I want a caster hero, or if I have a caster lord, I want a melee hero. And because they don't have that melee hero and or even an assassin hero or anything like that, I really didn't see myself going for the Shogun Gun. I know the Shogun Guns are great, but I saw myself leaning towards the Celestial General a lot, and I did do the Magistrate, and I have to say, like leveling that guy up, he's really good. He has a very discounted army. He buffs them. So in the dual start that I had a Magistrate staying in Cathay and making like a discount army that over there and like trying to help out Cathay and make alliances over there. And he did a great job. I really didn't mind it. I still wish that he would have a melee hero that could join his army to be in the front line, but maybe in the future. The Mother of Stankia campaign I didn't do for a very. I feel there's a hole in this campaign, and I'm waiting for them to fill it. Uh, the hole is called the Hag Mother. I feel it's a very weird choice that they didn't add a Lord for Mother Astankia, and the fact that she has the Ice Court mechanic. Everything else is super cool. Like I watched a lot of gameplay. I know the Akshina Rangers are overpowered. The idea of her having armies of bears and spiders, it looks really, really cool. I really like the aesthetic of her campaign, but I'm waiting. I think just a few things. Like I can live without the lore of Hag. I kind of disappointed it wasn't there, but uh, you know, let it go. She has her unique campaign. Everything looks cool, but I'm waiting. I think that they will add a Hag Mother. There's that much outcry for it. I don't think that that is a unreasonable ask. So yeah, that's again the DLC wasn't great. I don't think it was worth the price point. I think that they can add more to it, and hopefully they will. So, in my mind, some of the big misses here, and I'm sure in everybody's mind, is in every DLC we come to expect having generic lords and heroes for the different factions. This for me was a huge miss in my mind, especially the Hag Mother. I mean, she has such a thematic campaign, and to be recruiting ice witches and to have the ice court mechanic, it just was such a bizarre choice to me. When really, like, it's just a simple reskin for her and the witch. Like, I don't feel like it's that big of a task. So really, just giving us, the lords and heroes, because we usually get like, one generic lord and one generic hero, and we're for each faction, and we play with it across multiple campaigns. They're the building blocks for theming our armies and everything. And it was a huge miss to me, and a surprising one, to not have these. So this is, I mean, if they want to add some extra bells and whistles on top of this, but this is definitely the foundation that's missing in this DLC. So number one, the Hag Mother for sure. I really do expect it. I don't know when to expect it, how to expect it, but I really feel like it's gotta come, and soon, to just make Mother Estankia that much more appealing. And then, of course, Cathay, like I said before, I wasn't really playing with the Shugen gun because, they were missing that melee presence, as a lot of us, maybe not everybody, but myself, I like to build a balanced army with hero and lord, and having a melee like as a gate master, or even an assassin. Like, I don't know much about the Onyx Crows besides what we read in the novel and whatnot, but maybe there's an elite version that could be an assassin of some sort. But something melee that can deal with another hero or lord would really help boost Cathay. And then finally, for Cinch, I know that Cinch is, the magical faction. It's, but cultists, the iridescent horror, the chaos sorcerer. When you're building the heroes, it's all magical, and you kind of want that change. So I mean, Echo Hellbrass was such a delight to have in a Cinch army. Like I at the beginning of the Changeling campaign, they give you a random form to take early on, and I got Grimgore, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a blast. I had the iridescent horror early on, and him rocking as Grimgore to be the front line, and I had a good time having that big chunky front line, and would love to have like, and the hero doesn't have to be like a Korn or Nurgle level melee hero. You can make it lighter, just something to be that presence. I think is very much required. And then after that, whatever they want to add, the more the merrier. But I think that these items would really have everybody looking back at the DLC and being like, maybe. Um, so now I want to talk a little bit about when the roadmap came out, my thoughts on just the legendary lords that I kind of expected to come with these DLCs. So, firstly, we have Egrin von Hosman, that I really thought would be the legendary lord of this one, with Changeling as a legendary hero. That didn't come to pass. They still went with the cult theme, which makes me kind of worried that Egram would be a Warriors of Chaos legendary lord now, because as you know, like Valkia got some mechanics from Scarbrand, and Village from Kairos, and so on and so forth. Would he be a Warrior of Chaos legendary lord of Cinch with some of the cult mechanics from the Changeling? I kind of was hoping he would be just a Cinch exclusive, but I'm not sure. Maybe that's the route they want to go with Ingram. Um, Next being Tamarcon. When we all saw Tamarcon Empire or Nurgle Empire, we automatically think Tamarcon, and I think he's a big name, and the perfect legendary lord for Nurgle. Him, Elspeth, and probably Grimlock Burlickson with. I was hoping Epidemius as the legendary hero, or Theodore Buckner, one or the other. That would be an amazing Thrones of Decay. They would have to add, like, really fix up the Empire, really fix up the dwarves, and make everything super cool. Like, that would change everybody's minds. That's pretty much what we want. Give us a whole bunch of content, fix the Empire, fix the dwarves, and I will honestly think that they're going to delay the Thrones of Decay, and it won't come out in December. I think they're going to see the backlash and like take a minute, pause, and make sure it comes out um, super equipped for what the fans are looking for. But anyways, moving forward, I was thinking T'Challa for Slanesh, and finally Skull Taker for Corn. I think we're all assuming there will be a fourth one with Corn in it. Now that being said, the first three are not necessarily heralds of or demons of chaos, only Skull Taker. So seeing that we got the Changeling as a herald, does that mean that they're going with the heralds? Because the first three, so Epidemius, Changeling, and Mask of Slanesh, were all uh, what I thought would be legendary heroes. There's not like pretty much the lore that we can read about them and whatnot. They kind of fit that bill. And of course, we still have Skull Taker, which is fine. I'm pretty happy with him as a choice. So would this be? Let me know in the comments below if this is something that you're expecting here and something that you want out of the next 3 DLC packs is the Heralds of Chaos. And what do you guys think would be the Thrones of Decay DLC if this is the case? So again, this is what I'm thinking if they went with the Epidemius route would be Boris Todbringer. Again, I always thought that they would give him as a free DLC down the line, but maybe he makes sense here because they would save Elspeth, of course, for a Tamrakon matchup. I'm pretty certain of that. Grimlock Burlickson, Malachi Mackison as the free legendary hero, and then for the actual legendary hero, maybe Kurt Helborg for Empire or Ludwig, one of the two. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this the big Thrones of Decay DLC that we're looking for, or is it really Tamarcon make or break? Let me know your opinion on the whole situation and what the future looks like. And yeah, I want to thank you for coming to take the time to hear my thoughts about the DLC in the future. And let's fingers crossed we get that Hag Mother and maybe some more goodies added to this DLC. Like let them give them. I'm giving them a chance to add some goodies to this, and let's hope for a great future. So with that said, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts of the Thrones of Decay could look like, and like and subscribe, and have a great day all. Thank you so much. Bye bye.